In my last video, I have shown you and discussed in details how to understand the LVM configuration in a production server using some basic commands like lsblk, df-h, fd-l, pvs, vgs, and lvs. Those commands I have discussed in details. So friends, in this video, we will configure the LVM using two hard disks. Here you can see SDA and SDB. These are the two hard disks having capacity 4GB and 2GB. We will take these two hard disks and we will configure a LVM in this video. So friends, if you are new to my channel, please subscribe my channel and don't forget to like, share, comment. Let's start the video. Now you can see these are the two hard disks SD and SDB having capacity 4GB and 2GB. Apart from that, here another disk is here having 20GB, and from that hard disk two partitions are created, and from the second partition you can see uh, logical volumes are created. One logical volume is root, another is swap, and CS is the volume group, and the root partition is mounted over the root and swap mounted over the swap. If we use the command df-h, you can see this is the logical volume and it is mounted over the root. Okay, so now what we'll do, now we'll take the, as I told you, we will take SD and SDB and we'll configure the LVM. So now take pvs. Using pvs command, you can see this is the existing physical volume which is used for the LVM configuration, and if we will use the vgs, it will display me the volume group. Volume group is CS, and lvs command will display me the logical volumes. So these are the three commands to show the LVM configuration. Now what we'll do, let us understand. We will take the SD and SDB two physical volumes, and using from that volume we will create a volume group, that is VGRP, and from the volume group VGRP we will create two logical volumes VOL1, VOL2, and using those logical volumes we will create the file system and we will mount over the BKP01 and BKP02. So now let's start the LVM configuration. First command is pv create. We will take two physical volumes. One is SDA and another is SDB. Okay, pv create command will successfully created. These warnings are shown here because I have already used those volumes for another purpose. That's why it is wiped it off and used as a fresh disk. So using pv create command, it will use the it will prepare the SD and SDB physical volumes for the LVM configuration. Now, second command is pvs. It will display me the physical volumes. Those are used in the LVM configuration. You can see SD and SDB showing here. Now we will create the volume group using the command vg create volume group name vgrp. From where we will create, we will take /deb sda and /deb sdb. Means we will create a volume group vgrp using the disk SDA and SDB. Okay, successfully created. Use the command vgs. You can see vgrp volume group created here. Alternately, you can also use the command vgscan. You can see it is also showing the information about the volume groups or vg display. Okay, likewise, if you use the command pps, for that you can also use the command pvscan, then pv display. Those three commands we can use for the display the information about the physical volume. Now we will create the logical volume. Because we have created pps, we have uh, used the pps command, vgs command. Now we will create the logical volume. Use the command lv create. LV create minus L means length 1G, let's say 2G. One thing, let me show you. I use the command vgs. Here you can see VGRP volume group created having capacity 6 GB. Because I have already shown you, we have taken the two physical volumes having 4 GB and 2 GB capacity. That's why volume group created with the capacity 6 GB. Okay. Now we'll create the logical volume using the command lv create minus L means space we have to define. Let's say 2G. Then minus L means name we have to define. What logical volume name we can use here? VOL 1. Then VG name VGRP. This is the physical volume group from where we will create the logical volume. You can see one logical volume created. Now create another logical volume. As I told you, here we have used the SD and SDB. From that, we have created the volume group VGRP. You can see VGRP. Then we will create the vol1 and vol2. These are the logical volumes we have created here. Use the command lvs to display the logical volumes. Here, two logical volumes having capacity 2 GB, 2 GB created. Now, what we'll do? We will make them format or make the file system type. We have to configure the file system type or format the volume groups in which file format we have to use. For that, we have to use the command mkfs dot ext4 slash gv. One thing, use the command here ls blk. You can see these are the logical volumes created. Okay. Now use the command fdisk -l. Sorry, fdisk -l. It will also show the details about the logical volumes. DB mapper VGRP vol1, DB mapper VGRP vol2. Okay. So now what we have to do? We have to format the partition logical volumes. In which format we have to use? We can use the command mkfs dot ext4, then volume group. Okay. Written. Another format also we can use xfs. If I'll show you, written. If you use the command df-th, you can see here it is showing the partition type. You can see this is the XMS format, and in our example we have created the file system type ext4. What is the difference between XFS and ext4? XFS is the modern file system type, and this is the most advanced file system type currently using. But the difference is, whenever we will create the XFS partition type, we cannot reduce the volume size. But in case of ext4, we can extend or reduce, both we can do. But in case of XFS, we can only extend the logical volume space, but we cannot reduce it. That's why we have to think about what is our requirement. According to our requirement, we can use the ext4 or XFS format, because in case of XFS, we cannot reduce the logical volume size. That is the advantages. LVM configuration, we can reduce and extend any logical volume, but in case of XFS, we cannot reduce the space of the logical volume. Okay, so now we have to create two directory over which we will mount the logical volume. We go to slash, here create mkdir bkp01 kp02. Now what we have to do, we have to mount the logical volume over bkp01 bkp02 using the command mount slash dv slash mapper, then vgrp volume 1 slash bkp01. Now repeat the same for the vgrp02. Now use the command df hyphen capital th. It will show the, sorry, we did a small mistake. Here you can see we have mounted the vol1 also on bkp02. That we need to correct. You mount on the partition bkp01. We use the command df hyphen th, sorry, df hyphen th. You can see it is also showing. So UMOUT, because we did some small mistake, need to unmount both. Now df hyphen th. Okay, both mount points are not available now. Here you need to one, then go to bkp01. Here you need to vol2. df hyphen capital th. Okay, do it format again. mkfs dot xfs slash db slash mapper slash bgrp colon 2. Done. Now try to mount it. You can see successful. Now use the command df hyphen th. You can see both partitions are showing here. We have successfully mounted the logical volumes over bkp01 bkp02, and you can see this is the file system type ext4 and xfs. So now what we'll do, we'll try to configure in such a way that whenever we will reboot the server, the mount point should be consistent, because these are the temporary mount point we did using the commands, but whenever we will reboot the server, this mount point will not work. So let's try this. If you want, and I will reboot the server. Let's wait some time. It's booting the server. If happen th, you can say mount point is not showing, because those mount points what we have used configured manually, those are the temporary settings. Whenever the server will reboot, the mount point will be disabled and it will not work. So to make the mount points constant, we have to make a entry in fstab. So go to the fstab configuration, vi slash etc fstab. Here we have to make two entries for the mount points. Go to the insert mode. Here the source slash db slash, do one thing. Let's copy the Sorry, vi slash etc fstab. This is the source, this is the logical volume, this is the mount point. Then give some space here also. We need to give some space. Give some here. Do it one. Then the file system type is ext4 dfa ults default 0 space 0. Do the same for another one. Here we need to same vol 1. We need to then vol 2 dkp2 xfs dfa ults defaults 0 and 0. If you want to understand the details parameter about the entries in fstab, you can also refer my video. I have already described in details. I will give the video link in the comment section. You can go and check that video. So save the fstab configuration here. Now what we have to do, we have to check the configuration. If we did a current mount point using the command mount hyphen a, it will display the error if we did in the configuration. Now check there is no error is showing. That means our entries in fstab is absolutely correct. Now check the command df hyphen h. Here you can see both mount points are showing here again using the fstab. Because we did use the command mount hyphen a, it will check the fstab configuration and it will mount the mount points available in the fstab. You can check once again. Do the u mount temper 02. Now df hyphen th. You can see no mount points are available. Mount hyphen a. Now check. You see both mount points are available. You can also restart and check, and it will reboot the server. Let's wait some time. And please remember, whenever we did some entries in a pstab, we need to use the command mount hyphen a to check the configuration, because if there is a wrong entry in a pstab and we will reboot the server, server will not start and it will give the control error. And how to fix the control error, I have also already uploaded a video regarding the control error. You can also check that. I will give the video link in the description and comment section also. That will also helpful for you. Here, please remember, after editing the fstab and giving some entry in fstab, please we use the command mount hyphen a, so that it will check the configuration and it will show the errors if there is uh, some error in the fstab entry. Now check the hyphen th. You can see mount pointer. So here you can see this is one mount point and another mount point is here. Okay, so this is all about the video. In this video we have learned how to configure the LVM in details. So commands we have used here: pvcreate, vgcreate, lvcreate, and we formatted the partitions, logical volumes uh, in the using the file system type ext4 and xfs. I have also described you what is the difference between the ext4 file system type and xfs format. Also, we have learned how to make entries in fstab to make the mount point persistent over reboot. So friends, if this video is helpful for you, please subscribe my channel and don't forget to like, share and comment. Also share this video among your friends. So friends, thanks for watching.